Hello, hello, hello.
Hello,
I
everyone.
see Froggy and Connie in the front row. Yeah, you guys can share a seat. That's cool. Um, I haven't been here for a while, and I thought I'd stop in and let y'all know kind of what's been going on. Um, I haven't been feeling well mentally, and I'm just trying to get everything straightened out. And I hope to put some more on. Um, One of the things I've been making, I have a friend who wanted some baskets for her sons to put on their dresser to put stuff in. When they come in, they just, well, anyway, there's one of them. I thought it turned out really nice.
That is very nice. I like the colors with that too.
It's big enough you can put your wallet or keys or whatever in there. That one spot wants to dip in, doesn't it? That's better. But yeah, there's one of them. This one I just finished today. I don't like it as well at all, but I did it the same way. I don't know why it's so different, but it is. But it's bigger, and she wanted one of them a little bigger so that he could throw more stuff in there, I guess. Um,
That's cute.
Thank you. And I'm making her one right now. Well, she wants two, so altogether she wants four. And I already told her a price, and she's good with it, and I'm happy. So, um, the one I'm making for her right now, I've taken out about 10 times. Hi, Leslie of the Corn.
Hi, Leslie.
I don't know about the stripes throwing me off. I don't know if that's what it was or not. But could you see what I was trying to do? Introduce the black and then do the black, introduce the white and then do the white. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
So that it wasn't all just the same as his brothers.
It's got a style and pattern to it.
Yeah, it's different because you know how kids are. Well,
Yep.
I want the same one as he has, and um, oh, Maureen's here too. My goodness. Okay, so this is the beginning of number 3. It is black. It will be black, white, and yellow. I have all the colors. I've taken this little circle out at least 4 times because I'm not getting the count right because it's black and I can't see the little holes. Does anybody have any ideas for me? Any hints or tips or anything like that? Because I sure could use some.
Yeah, the only 2 things I know of, I know there's a lot of ideas out there, and please, put them in the chat. Share those ideas. The one is Christian with the white background, but that's difficult when you're just holding it and just working on your project to try to put something white behind it. The other one is not everybody has one, and that's the neck light. You can focus a light right onto the stitching, but not everybody has a neck light. And if you try using a flashlight, once again, it's how are you going to hold it in place kind of issue. So, yeah, Michelle could, and not just Michelle, all of us could use some great ideas. Bring them up in the chat, and then we can go back through and look at them. People on replay can see that and see if it helps. Black is, out of all
Black
the colors in the universe, it's my never.
and navy. That gets me too.
I can work with navy far better than I can work with black. Even the real dark navy, I don't know what it is about that.
I was getting a migraine from
Yep.
concentrating too hard on that black. It was giving me a migraine. Okay, they're saying to go down to a smaller hook. Is that for the red one or for the one I'm working on now? To see with black. I'm not sure which one she's talking about. Maureen.
Like if you're working with a 3-weight or a 4-weight, not all the weights actually spin out the same. You'll get a thin 4-weight or a thick 4-weight, and that can, on the color changes, that can throw as far as shaping.
Yeah, that's true.
I-
Well, I'm double stranded.
Okay.
I think
work with-
it helps more.
Yeah, when I started working with other brands, and I thought, well, it's a 4-weight, and then I found out, hey, there are differences. That's how I learned, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, Maureen is saying this one that I'm working on now is the one she's talking about. And Jen said to stop holes in the black. Okay. Then I'm not going to be able to see it at all. Hi, Zach.
Oh, hi, Zach. Early happy birthday to Zach, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday.
I think his birthday's Wednesday.
Ah.
I'm sorry. I try to keep track of that, but a little bit of brain foggy there going on.
All right. So I will try going down the hook and see if that helps.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I hit kind of a crochet slump. So, you know how you raise your children and you want them to clean your room, organize your room, and then they're good at it. You're proud of them until you get to be old. And then they come into your room. Hey, you need to clean your room. You need to organize it. And then they take over.
Yes. Mine haven't taken over yet because they live somewhere else.
I had to sort through books, keep, give away. What do you mean, literature, reference books? I mean, I got a lot of craft books. And then my yarn goes in totes, and I'm like, he's clearing shelf space. He's putting my plushies on shelves. He's like, how bad do you need this yarn? I was like, okay, this is my land. This is my line in the boy. All right, boy. Hello, my name is Mommy. Don't you know me anymore? Don't mess with my yarn.
Don't mess with my yarn. That's right.
Well,
One of my girls told me that I better do something with it before I die. I have to create something with all of it before I die because she doesn't want to deal with it. She's just going to burn it.
I got a verbal.
I said, somebody will take it. You know, don't touch the yarn. That's right.
Child, when it comes to all my yarn stuff, it goes to about 4 people, and then they either keep it, give away, or in giveaways, auction it off, or whatever that
Yep.
And let it do a good cause. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maureen said in caps, "Don't touch the yarn."
Exactly.
What else have I been doing? Well, that's defunk. Defunk.
I got a saggy top. Well, that's
what I'm doing.
Maybe I should.
I know what I'm doing. It's in there soaking right now. I'm spinning some purple fiber to auction off for Olga. If y'all have
the fiber in it looks so rich. It's a very rich looking purple.
It is. It's very pretty.
That is pretty.
It's about I'm doing see right here. It's like a 2, 3, maybe a 3 right there, and then it goes back up to a 4, maybe a 5. But it's definitely roving. If you like roving, this is for you. But I have 100 yards in the tote that I use to get all my. I put it on a nitty knotty, and then I put it in the water to soak, to set, and then I'll take it out of there and dry it for a couple days, and then I'll put it in a hank. So that's where it's at now. It's in its bath.
So that's quite a process.
It's about 100 yards. Yeah, it is quite a process. Yeah, but I like it.
Nice too. It's kind of making a comeback, but people are kind of lost because there's almost a generational shift where it really wasn't on to the next generation. So thank goodness for YouTubes and people who are experienced that can pass that on.
Yeah, I'm not great at it. That's why it's roving, but I enjoy it, and it's still usable.
You'll fine tune it. The more you do it, the more you'll fine tune your skill, just like knitting or crocheting or any other crafting.
Yep. More practice makes you better.
Yep.
Did that with my musical instrument, and I'm doing it with my spinning wheel. Practice, practice, practice. Oh, and my daughter found this. Oh, Froggy, look at that, Froggy. Look at that, Froggy. Ooh. Red Heart, Saver Strike.
I have got one of my chevron Afghans made with that. I made it with the white, and I could have done it with other colors too. And so I'm thinking about going back and making some, but incorporating the colors that are in the game.
Yeah, that'd be gorgeous. Yeah, this is called Retro Stripe. Froggy knew what it was because she loves it. It's her colors. It's her colors.
Loved working with it. Now I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but I've been Red Heart since, the beginning of time, it seems like. I was like 6. The first game was Red Heart. Now, senses that Red Heart is kind of rough on the hands, but I have noticed in recent years that some of the newer colorways coming out are actually not as rough as what used to be. Because I still have old Red. I compare myself. This is softer than the other ones I had. I've got Red Heart from 10, 15 years ago. But
yeah, I agree. The old Kmart, when we would go to Kmart and we'd get our yarn, our Red Heart yarn. What we have today is a lot softer. It's still rugged compared to some of the bougie yarns, but it's still softer than it was. Yeah, and I use it a lot.
And the Caron is softer, but I said go back and revisit, especially when they come out with the new colors, and even the older colors seem softer. Not so much the black, but I've noticed like the red is softer. I've got an old Red Heart skein. I compared the two, and the new product, I guess they found maybe a softening agent or something. I don't know, but or maybe it's just me. But I really thought that the newer stuff coming out is softer, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I agree. I like Red Heart for 4 things. I like them for blankets. I like them for sweaters for my grandchildren. It's a wash, dry, strong fabric, strong yarn that you can make stuff for kids. Slippers. It's great for slippers.
Mittens.
Yes. Hats, scarves, because they stay warmer, I think, than some of the bougie ones. But pet items, yeah, that's great too. Anything that's going to get used roughly.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why I'm using Red Heart.
But the minute you get soap, you mud on, you just wring them out and then you throw them in your washer, throw them in your dryer. A lot of the other yarns can't really take the abuse.
Right.
And I wouldn't recommend using any other yarn, but.
Yep. Now I've got another one. I don't know what I'm going to do with. So maybe you guys can help me figure that out. Something is messed up here. I've got more than I needed out. I'm going to charge. Okay, what am I going to do with this Caron Halo?
I have not.
Pink.
Wow.
Very pink.
Very pretty.
Very soft. Oh, these, I love these. They're so soft.
The first simple project that pops into my head would be a cowl.
Ooh.
Around the neck, a cowl.
That would be nice.
And depending on which cowl you choose, you can also use that to wrap and then cover your face like during the winter.
Yeah, I've seen, and I made one before I saw it. Something that I wore to take my dog out to potty in the winter. It was basically here with the hood. You know what I mean?
Yes.
All you could see was my eyes. And then it came down like a like a collar to go under my coat. You know what I mean? So the wind couldn't go up on it. Yeah. And I made one of those. And I've seen some patterns for them lately, and they're awesome. They really are. If you live Chicago, that would be perfect. Grand Rapids, anywhere north and cold where you get a lot of snow and wind would be.
And even the South is experiencing a little bit of that real winter. So
Yeah, we got a little bit last year, didn't we?
yeah.
I'm in Indiana, and Julie's in Ohio, so we kind of get the same weather. I get it first, and then I pass it on to her.
It goes along Highway 30, I think. It just has its path.
Yep.
We haven't gotten the severe stuff this time. It fades out before it gets to us. We had some rain, and I get excited when we get like 2 or 3 minutes of thunder, lightning, then it's gone, but my heart's out to those that have really been clobbered. Oh my gosh. With the flood watches and warnings and high winds. Oh, they've had a miserable time.
I see that Leslie says that Brianna Kay has a great new pet sweater that her corn dogs made her buy. One of these fluffies. So that I'm planning on getting a new pup. So that would be a good idea for me to keep her warm, make her a little sweater.
Definitely.
Good. I don't know if I'm getting her this month or next month. Depends. But she'll be ready in about 4 weeks.
Okay.
So, but I'm excited. That is Daisy.
Cute.
Daisy's a long-haired dachshund. She's a wiener dog with lots of hair. And I can just see her already tromping around on the little wood floors and, going out to potty with me and stuff. I am really, really excited. When I had to let go of my other dog because I was getting too weak for her, it's Daisy May. Maureen. Her name's Daisy May. Maureen said she has to have a middle name, so she has one. I thought Daisy was cute. Yeah, I'm when I had to let my Cash go because she was just getting too strong for me and too big, and I've face planted on the cement more than once, and I didn't want to do that anymore. I still have scabs and scars and all kinds of stuff from hitting the pavement. Yes, Jade is excited. Yes, it's going to be our dog, she says. But I'm really excited about it. I'm going to train her. Hopefully she'll get it by herself when my sugar's low, but because that's not really something you can train. They either have the instinct or they don't. So I'm expecting God to have his little hand in it. And, he does anyway, whether we want him to or not. He has his hand in everything.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he would, get it my way this time.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I heard some news. Now I'm not sure if this was Michael's or Hobby Lobby, but they did acquire some of the Joann's brand line of yarn. However, they have been kind of renaming it.
Oh.
So I don't know if in the magazines or online, if they're explaining, okay, this is the Joann's version, we've renamed it this, or if you got to kind of figure out through the title what it's referring to. Does anybody have any more information on that?
I would hope they would let us know that, hey, this is Joann's, and if you bought it before, you can buy it again. That'd be a good way to sell it.
My understanding is it's the same yarn, but the name on the yarn is a little different, slight differences in the name.
Well, that's one way to get around it, I guess.
Yes, because once a brand has a name and a color name on it, it's intellectual property, I think, or something
Yes,
of that. I'm not an expert,
it
not
is.
going to even pretend to be. So you may not have the ability to use that exact same name, even though they're out of business.
Right.
So you have to be clever in how you rename it, so people understand it is the same. It just has a different name.
Right. I believe when Michaels bought Joanne's, they bought the intellectual property along with
Okay.
the recipes and things like that.
Yeah. So I'm not sure how.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to keep the same names or not because, you know, if you buy the intellectual property, you can, but I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, they
So if
didn't buy
anyone
all of it?
those orders, if anyone has placed any of those orders, comment even in the replay. Please comment. Let the rest of us know.
Connie, can you make mine a little sweater too, please? I'm just saying, please.
Terms of a no-go on any sweaters. Not interested.
Well, she's going to be so tiny. She's going to need a sweater.
Yeah.
I
Carmen
think.
likes to be free, el natural.
Well, little dogs sometimes get cold.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure she's got a nice warm place to go.
He comes in, he puts his freezing cold paws on my back, and like Karma, stop.
Yeah.
He got out today, and Knight went to grab him and got a hold of the collar. The collar came off. Boom! He was.
Oh no.
Then the thunder, lightning, some rain started, and he was up on the porch. And not only did he get the collar on, but he got all cleaned up.
Well, good.
Howdy, little boy, today. We enjoyed this moment of freedom there for a bit, but his wound is healing. It's a little more rashy now because he had a chance to actually, clean himself while he's out there. It's on his belly, the inside of his leg.
It's healing.
The hair started. So he got treated again.
Okay. Yeah. It was just
And
a
I've been
time.
taking washcloth and I've been washing his face, his neck, behind his ears, his nose, and then I've been washing, wiping down his paws like he'd be licking them. And he's happier. He can't stand to be dirty. So
Yep.
it's kind of like in trouble, too much grooming, but.
Well, I've been looking at collars and leashes, and I don't know if I should get an extra small or a small. I'm not sure. And she said she couldn't tell right now, because she's only 2 weeks old. 2 weeks and 4 days today. 2 weeks and 4 days. So I'm going to have to wait till a little closer to see what she needs. A bowl and water bowl, I can get those now because that would be pretty easy. And her food I couldn't find at my store. She said she gets it at a grocery, but it's Royal Canin, Royal Canin. Anyway,
I'm not sure that one.
I'm not sure how you say it, but that's what she's been on. Cat harness first is what Leslie's saying. Always use a harness with the weenie. I bet they can slip right out, can't they?
I would think so because their heads are narrow, long.
Yep.
So,
Connie,
I would know.
Connie, I asked while you're making Leslie a sweater or 6, could you make me one too? That's what I asked. Because Leslie wants at least 6, I'm sure. And she might want more in different colors. I don't know. Maybe one blue one, rest of them pink. Something like that. So I got I'm going to do the Chewy. That's the only place I could find it. Here was Chewy. So, Leslie says, I will send you the link to the food, Michelle. It's what the corn dogs have always been on. Dry food only, never wet food. She's going to send me a link. Oh, Connie's customer now. Well, I'm sorry, but you got 6 and they're going to get cold. My one's going to get cold. So that's 7 sweaters. She better hurry up.
Kind of glad.
Sweaters. Oh, I want mine mosaic too. Connie's probably smacking me, cussing me out and everything. Pulling my hair.
Well, I did something this week. I got catnip planted.
Oh,
and
good.
Now it's trying to keep the cat away from it till it gets, so it doesn't end up on the floor. But I think
what you can do right now, if you take a empty 2-liter or 3-liter bottle, slit it down the side, put the cap on it, and bend it open. If it's a long pot that you got your grass in.
Nope, I got it in a round pot starting. So
okay, then cut off the bottom of it and put that over it like a little terrarium. And then when it needs air, you can take off the lid. When it doesn't, you can put it back on.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Or I could put aluminum foil around it.
Yeah.
That's something you don't like.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I think he chewed on once. It got that metal taste in his mouth. He did not like that at all.
Yeah.
It can be good, but then he can be naughty too. So
yeah, that would be
he's
a
like
good though. Connie says I'm gonna have to make my own sweater. Isn't that right, Connie? I'll make it. She's gonna need something. Telling you she's gonna freeze. Cold as it was last year, man.
She'll learn to tinkle and poo fast and run back in.
Yeah, there were a couple days last winter when Cash didn't really want to go out, and I said, "No, you're going out. I don't have any potty pads. You're going out." So she went out, but boy, she was quick about it.
Yeah, definitely. Karma will go in. That's it. Then there's times it's like, well, Karma, that's a lot of snow. And he's looking at me like, yeah, but somebody walked through. And he takes his paws. He'll walk in their tracks. It's like, okay.
Oh, no, not Cash. She rolled in it. She was making snow angels. I swear that's what she was doing. Like a little kid rolling in the snow.
Karma does that on the, and he'll run real fast. He hits an ice. He does that wipeout, spins around.
Yeah.
Like, did anybody see that?
Cash is a Pyrenees and Husky mix. So both of those are outdoor dogs. They're made for the winter. And she had a blast in the winter, just rolling all over in that snow. And with her coat so long, she just brushed it off and it was gone. So that was good.
You see me wobbling. I have a flat tire on my table.
Uh-oh.
The sides that hold it up so you can roll it came apart. We tried putting it together. No. And I'm using it temporarily, but I'm going to have to take it to the porch, kind of wedge it in the corner, stick something under that wheel. We'll use it as a sitting table, to put stuff on. So even deliveries can go on it. So I think that's what we're going to do. I paid $40.
Connie said dogs are crazy, and I agree. Sometimes they are crazy. Because I sure didn't want to be out there rolling in that snow, but I let her. And she would sit. There's a little curb. I've got a picture of it, and nobody believed me, so I took a picture. She would put her little butt up on the top step, and then on the next step, she'd put her 2 paws.
Oh.
It was so cute. I haven't seen her for a while. She's over at my daughter's. And now we've got to get ready for Daisy. And I don't think Daisy's going to pull me down face first in the concrete. I don't think she will. I'm not positive, but I don't think so. I hope not.
You get them young and kind of train for that type of thing where they get used to you and you get used to them.
Yeah. And I did realize today that I need a longer lead because the shorter ones are for dogs that are up here. This dog's going to be way down there, so I need a longer lead.
Yeah.
But I just hate those ones that you flip the button. I hate those.
Mm.
I don't like those at all.
I don't have a lot of knowledge in that area. I'm more of a cat person.
Yeah.
I tried one time to do the harness and the leash on Kermit, and that wasn't happening. He'd been on the street too long. He was about a year and a half, I think is what the vet told us. He was in good shape, but you could tell he'd been on the street.
Yeah.
His health check, he didn't have fleas, he didn't have worms, so that was good. But we went ahead and gave that to him anyway before we took him in. So
Oh, yeah.
a couple of shots, and then he got fixed. Because we had a female cat, and I was like, oh, no.
No.
Um,
No more babies.
I found out the female cat, when we took her in, had already been fixed. So,
Oh, well, that's good.
but I didn't see it. I don't know. I thought they left it.
Here, they clip their ears. They took a little triangle out of their ears. And some people are now tattooing on the scar or above the scar. So you can, if you don't see the scar, you can see the tattoo.
The straight
idea.
The ears clipped, but if the cat has a forever home, they do the tattooing. And the cat was in great shape, nothing with the ear, and I was looking for the tattooing, but she was so calm all the time.
Tracy just popped in. Tracy popped into us.
Hi, Tracy.
Hi, Miss Tracy. And I think it's about your bedtime, isn't it?
Getting pretty close.
Yeah. What are you? Or are they 6 hours ahead of us? It's 5 now. Yeah, I'd say that's bedtime.
I've spent more time in bed than I care to, but with the humidity and the changes, I've been getting hit with the migraines, so I've been down. More arthritis pain. But I woke up kind of rough this morning, but now I'm doing better. I'm walking around a lot more, so we get down here, and then I'm going to go out and do some dishes, get some of those done. I got to figure out what to eat. It's to the point I hadn't really eaten a whole lot.
Yeah.
But the boys grilled out. Oh, in between showers and thunderstorms, they grilled ribs, they grilled chicken, and it's awesome. And I myself, and I'm probably going to cause a great debate, and I don't mean to bring the drama, but I'm going to bring on the drama. You know what? I got attitude today. I am a big fan of Sweet Baby Ray's.
Oh, yeah, that's my favorite.
I was introduced to Sweet Baby Ray's. And before I went back up to Wisconsin, I had gotten about 6 bottles and packed them in my luggage. I took it up to Wisconsin. I wasn't there 2-3 weeks. My family, we love Sweet Baby Ray's. All of a sudden, Sweet Baby Ray's hits the market. Mm-hmm. And it was like they thought I was a paid spokesman, right? Well, that being said,
they just forgot to pay you.
My boys had picked up Baby Ray's, but it was a mustard honey Sweet Baby Ray's sauce. Actually, it was good. The mustard, it's barbecue sauce with like the mustard, and it was good. I took chicken. It was chicken breast. I cut them up, and I was dipping it in it. And said, "Wow,
I might have to try it then."
I was really impressed with that. I really liked it. I wish they made the cornbread. Now, Jiffy, I cheat. I get the Jiffies.
Oh, Jiffy. Okay? I can't make it any better than Jiffy. For that,
and they came out the honey cornbread. And
I haven't tried the honey.
I love the honey cornbread. I love honey on my cornbread anyway, but I love the honey cornbread. Oh my gosh, it's so delicious. So those that would like to try it, I recommend it.
I haven't tried it. I'll have to try some.
It's got a sweetness, a moisture to it that just I love it. I love it.
Okay, I'll have to try it.
Yeah,
but yeah, Sweet Baby Ray's is all we have. Original. That's the only thing.
I hadn't tried any other variation of it until the boys got the mustard one. I think it's sweet mustard.
My mom and my sister and all my girls, we all buy Sweet Baby Ray's. And when it's on sale, we clean them out.
Yeah, when I brought it back from Tennessee, they had a big cookout, and I brought out the Sweet Baby Ray's, and everyone's, wow, this is really good. And then they're like looking at me pouting, you can't get that in Wisconsin, can you? And I'm like, no. And then 2 weeks later,
Myers had it before I think Walmart did. I think Myers had it first.
it was a mom and pop shop in Tennessee that I've been because it's so close.
Oh,
They have a couple stores, but like 3 or 4 stores. That's where I first discovered it.
cool. I didn't realize that. That's pretty neat.
And in Tennessee, they get serious about the barbecue sauce.
Yes, they do. I lived in Nashville for a while, and yes, they do.
Yep. Same in Mississippi and the Carolinas, and ooh, you don't mess with the barbecue.
How to make it.
Yep. It's almost like a secret recipe in some families.
Yes. Have you ever seen some of these contests they do where they have to do like 4 or 5 different things in so many minutes?
Yes.
And they get some money, some good money if they win.
Yep.
And some good recognition. But man, it has to be hectic.
Oh yeah. I cook for like pleasure, as it were. I don't do it for competition or,
Right.
if there was a lot of stress to get it done at an exact time, I would not be able, I would come in last. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd come in last.
I would too, because I don't have a secret recipe. And they wouldn't let me use my Sweet Baby Ray's because that'd be cheating.
Yeah. I mean, I got a sense of timing with my cooking, but not a competition sense. No way.
Yeah. Right.
If you want dinner at 5, well, be here by 4:45 and then have some cocktails, some little snackies, and between 5 and 5:30 it'll be done.
Yep. Sounds good. Send me your address. I'll be right there.
You got my address.
Oh, I do, don't I? I have to remember that.
Now, I like the wood, as far as the grilling, I like the wood, like with the apple wood and cherry wood and, all these things. My boys is like, nope, where's the tank? So, okay. It's good. It's still good.
Yeah, I like the apple wood. I like it on my bacon, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was in Paris, Tennessee. I had neighbors, and they were very, very annoying. Okay. However, I can get along with anybody. I came over the neighbor guy came over the one day, and he said, "Oh, I got this big cookout. Can we barter?" And I'm like, "What do you need?" He said, "I need bacon." So I took out the 3 packs I had, gave it to him, and I said, "Okay." And I went to grill. Oh, we had a power outage is what was going on. And I went to grill, and he said, "Hold up, I'll be right back." He brought some wood over, and it was the apple wood. He goes, "That'll make your bacon better. Trust me." Okay. So then he comes over, and he took over my grill, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, it's I brought the steaks. Are you okay with the porterhouse?"
Yeah, sure. Put it on there.
Okay, I'm going to have to assassinate someone when this is over because nobody gives you a porterhouse,
Right.
Got a great deal on them. Okay. And next thing I know, there's 4 porterhouse, and then he brings over the other grill, and he has the baked potatoes. But what they did with them, he took his knife, he poked holes in them, and then he soaked them. I can't remember what he soaked them in, but oh my gosh! By the time he did the salt, just a little bit of salt, and then the butter, of course, and then he wrapped them in the tin foil, put them in. That was the best baked potato I ever had.
I want to know what they were done, what they were dunked in.
Well, I know I could taste some of the onion. I remember tasting a little bit of the garlic, just a hint. It was not overpowering.
It wasn't a rub. It wasn't a rub or anything. It's a dip.
Okay. Kept mixing it with the water and letting it soak for about an hour or so, 2 hours maybe. And then they would these potatoes dry, and then they would just smear them in the real butter, by the way.
Yeah, good butter.
Yep.
That sounds yummy. I'll have to try that next time. See if I can find a recipe or something because that sounds really good.
And then with the porterhouse, I'd always done it with just a little bit of salt on each side, a little bit of pepper on each side. That was it. Let the meat speak for itself.
Yeah.
He would actually marinate them. More tender with what he did, but I don't know. I still like the old, the
Yeah.
other way. I call it the old school way. Just a hint of salt, hint of pepper, the meat speak
Yep. I like that too.
for itself. But I know a lot of people go through the whole marinating process, and I'm not judging. I'm not judging them. I just
Maybe I'm
this
lazy. I don't know. Maybe I'm lazy. I don't want to do that. It.
mindset. I have a mindset. I'm more the traditionalist in a lot of things. It's hard
Well,
for
I
me to
know what
open.
I like. Oh, poor Tracy. She's going to be on a plane to you in shortly. And she said she's drooling. So she will be over very shortly. I hope she's got her passport ready. Is it ready, Miss Tracy?
Yep, gotta have a passport. I think the best way to sneak across the border is just get on a plane and go.
Yeah.
Less likely to be pulled over.
Right?
Yep.
Well, let me see. What am I going to be doing? I'm going to be doing those baskets. And I'm also going to be making a cape that Leslie made me for Christmas. I've got someone who wants to purchase one. So I've got to get onto that too. I'll do that as soon as I get these baskets done. So I'll have to come on and show everybody what I'm doing. But yeah, It's going to be fun. What are you going to be working on?
I have been sitting here looking around my room and I'm relocating yarn to these shelves. I've got 5 totes where my son practically had to sit on the lid to get them snapped.
Oh,
Sterlite, the big ones. And then I got the clear totes. I got the blue Sterlite. It's like, wow. And nights of 5 more upstairs. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't want to do it, but I'm going to have to take my clothes rack thing, tear it down. That's got to go. And I've got to buy the stackable bins. And I decided that one column will be my clothes. I have 1, 2, 3 different size clothes. The smallest ones and the largest ones we took out, donated. That was a lot. That was one of those big black trash bags of clothes.
Oh, wow.
So my sister has this crazy idea that I'm not going to have enough clothes. I said, stop. I've already got the ones you sent me. No more, no more. I have a place to put them. And so we put their yarn. I said, if that's what it takes, I will. I'll just lash the skeins together and cover my top and my bottom. Believe me, I've got enough no matter how big I get. She started laughing. But yeah, I'm going to have to do that so I can get this yarn in a safe place.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know if you can see, but
mm,
where are they at? You can't see them. They're behind that chair. But there's boxes about 5 foot tall.
there's totes, and this
And
is for
two
the
of them.
clothes. And then I've got yarn over there. That's all filled with yarn.
I have 3 stacks. I'm sorry. A whole nother stack. And I have some in my bedroom. I have all my black and white in the bedroom, so I know where they're at because I use this one.
my book, that used to be all books.
What I want to do, I want to have one of my aides help me go through the boxes and kind of inventory them, like put all the red in one and write down, what's in it on the box so that I can go look and not have to look in every box. So. All righty. It says end stream. I guess that's us. So I will see you later. Bye.
Everybody have a great day, great night. And if things aren't going great, just start hooking it all away. Okay. Hook it all away. All right. Thank you for having me up here, and thank you, everybody.